We are live. We are late. My apologies. I just told Tyler maybe it was a week too early. I was at the car dealership all morning. I apologize for that. But better late than never. And we're here with the NBA rundown. Tyler, man, why did I play those totals yesterday? We went 2-1 on the sides. But, totals 0-2 gives us a 2-3 day. Wasn't really too happy with our start. So what did you see in the league last night, and what were your takeaways?
Yeah, I mean, Phoenix looked pretty good. That was really the only game I watched was the Phoenix-Milwaukee game. And they were able to hang on.
We should have covered that one. I mean, talk about a good line, right?
Yeah. But outside of that, I mean, the Lakers blew that. They had a nice lead. They blew that. But I think there's some interesting matchups tonight. We get Jimmy Butler's revenge game.
Outside of that, I mean, the Lakers.
You got some echo going.
Yeah, I'm gonna what's it called? I'm gonna tweet this out right now.
Okay.
But okay, so I'm trying to think about what I saw last night there. Great call on the Bulls. That was definitely a hold your nose and play it type of play, right?
And I hate
it felt pretty good. Yeah, I know. It was like a role reversal. So I mean, if you're on the Bulls, we had to play it. Celtics were easy. I mean, the Kings are a joke. I texted my Kings fans buddies this morning. I go, can we admit that, maybe Mike Brown wasn't the issue? No, they're such Vivek apologists. Yeah. He deserved to be fired. He lost the locker room. He couldn't game plan. I'm like, the game plans were good enough for a 3 seed 2 years ago. Do you think he forgot how to coach? Or do you think the roster sucks? And we'll get into that because
the roster overachieved 2 years ago. And then they never improved it from there and let guys leave.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to agree. But anyways, let's see. So that was that. We barely lost on that Phoenix play. And I'm trying to think, what was the other ones that there's a couple that we were considering that I was glad we didn't play. Oh, Anthony Davis came back. What did you think that?
I didn't see his numbers, but I mean, I expected him to play. I seen they picked up the win. It was Brooklyn. Brooklyn's terrible, so they're going to keep fighting with Phoenix for that 10 spot.
Yeah. Well, I think they're both going to get it. I think the Kings are out.
I think the Kings will hold on.
Yeah. You do?
Yeah, they'll hold. They're going to lose that first play-in game, but they're going to hold on to the 9 seed, I believe.
All right. Dustin, knock it off. All right, with that out of the way, you want to dive into tonight?
Yeah, let's dive right in.
All right, hold on. Let me pull up who's giving me yesterday's. I'm like, we're not talking about the game. All right, I'm going off Bet Online, not Bookmaker today. And the first, what do you mean that event's finished? Come on, this isn't that hard. All right, NBA. First game, a game that I want to play, Tyler. The San Antonio Spurs are plus 11 against Detroit. Now, I know that the Pistons are much improved this year, but are they ready to be laying 11 points to a Spurs team that, let's be honest, they haven't played that bad lately? I think they've won 3 in a row. Let me pull that up to confirm, but I think they've won 3 in a row here. 11 just seems like it's way too many. I want to jump in on San Antonio. Give me your thoughts, and then I'll give you some of the numbers on why.
I think I'll stay away from this one with you. I just don't want to bet a Spurs team that's going to be sending a lineup out there. It's going to consist of Paul, Castle, Vassell, Barnes, Biyombo. Castle might not even play. If Cade Cunningham plays on the other side, I mean, yeah, they won 3 in a row. They beat the Raptors. They beat Philly. Neither of those impressed me. They beat the Knicks, but this is after they lost Brunson to an injury. We're not sure where to rank them right now. I just think Detroit's the much better team. I would be on Detroit if I had to bet it. Maybe not lay.
You would lay the 11.5.
I don't know if I would lay the 11.5, but I wouldn't bet the Spurs here. It just feels like a spot where you could bet them and get blown up by 20 and really never have a shot. So I'd probably find a way to bet it through like a performance double. Like Jalen Duren double and wins even money. I'd probably just bet that.
Yeah, I mean, Detroit's 1-4 against the spread over their last 5. They couldn't even beat Dallas. They couldn't cover against the terrible Heat. Of course, losing to OKC, no shame in that. They blew out the Pelicans and they won, but they failed to cover against the Pelicans in another game. So it's not like Detroit's playing everyone as well. But yeah, I mean, a good point. San Antonio is only 14-21 against the spread on the road. Hell over Detroit's only 16-19 at home and 16-17 as a favorite.
Do we lose him? We might have lost him for a split second. I know his internet likes to jump in and out, but we'll wait for him to kick back in.
Yeah, we got Starlink there, so that's gonna be a while before I put that up. It's pretty low on my list.
Oh, you're good. Go ahead. You're good now.
They played once earlier this season. It was in San Antonio. San Antonio covered. Okay, so it sounds like I might be doing that one alone. I like the Spurs. Tyler says no. Next game, the Orlando Magic, who defeated the Los Angeles Lakers last night. Is this a lit down spot for the Magic, or do you think they continue to ride that momentum against the Charlotte Hornets team that, yeah, they suck, but I think they've been covering lately? Probably because they're catching a ton of points. Nope, I was wrong. Charlotte. Oh, wait, no, they have been covering. They've been winning. Charlotte's won 4. No, this isn't right.
They won 4 of their last 10, but they beat Brooklyn by 3. They beat Miami by 3. The Spurs by 11.
My game log is screwed up. It shows Charlotte beating Charlotte 3 times in the last 5 games.
Yeah, and then they beat the Knicks 115-98. It would be Orlando or pass for me. This is way too little of points for a Charlotte team, who you just see some of their recent losses: 122-105, 141-106, 134-102, 123-88. This team's getting blown out left and right. The only way you can look is Orlando.
I mean, really, the only argument that you'd have for Charlotte, right, is the Orlando letdown spot, right? Coming off huge win.
I would want more. If these two spreads were flipped and Orlando was minus 10.5 instead of Detroit, maybe you could talk me into Charlotte plus the points, but I still think they probably get blown out. 5.5, it's Orlando or pass. You good over there?
All right, am I back?
Yeah, you're back now.
Dang it. Hold on one second. So annoying.
Oh, is his audio all messed up now?
Yeah, I got to hook up my. Okay. Anyway, so are we fine just staying away from that game?
Yeah, Orlando or pass for me. It doesn't seem like you want to play Orlando.
I mean, I'm not against it. When I first saw it, that was my original lean. What I got the numbers up right. I think I'm pretty close to Orlando. We got Orlando by 4. Okay. It's Orlando or pass. Let's double back to it. If you really want Orlando, I'll jump in. That's fine. All right. This is another one that I might have overthought. The Warriors are laying 6 to the Heat. My original thought, looking ahead to this slate, was we are going to smash the Warriors here. This line should be 10. You can't statistically account for this Jimmy Butler revenge situation. Then I started getting a little worried. This 6 points is a little too much. Talk to me, Tyler. Is my original thought right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they just played a couple nights ago. They lost that game to the Hawks. I just think it's a spot where they bounce back even better. They get added motivation with it being Miami. I think Butler has a great game. I mean, if you don't want to lay the points, just bet it through his performance doubles. Like, you could do 8+ rebounds and they win. You're getting, let's see the number on that, plus 245. If you think he gets the assist, 8+ assists and they wins plus 225. A double-double and they wins 3-1. Like, I would just bet it through him. Maybe even look for a points one. Maybe build your own little same-game parlay with them. But that's the way I would do it. I think they win. If you don't want to lay the points, that's the other way you could do it, is use those performance doubles.
All right. I missed a lot of that. I got Starlinked again.
I just said I'd rather bet it through the performance doubles with Jimmy Butler than maybe lay the points. But if you're comfortable with laying the points, I'd be down.
Let's double back. I'm not against it. Here's a good question from Richie. Do you think Miami tries to keep him from going off? Is Spo going to throw everything at him?
I don't think so. I mean,
just who do they have?
It just doesn't. Like, yeah, who are they going to throw at him? If they're sending out
almost like me, I could try my hardest, but I'm not going to stop him, right? Is Duncan Robinson or Tyler Hero going to stop him? Like, who are they going to put on him?
I mean, Andrew Wiggins and Bam can slow him down big time.
Well, yeah, Wiggins. Yeah. All right.
I just think the rebounds are there for sure. That's the one I like the most.
Yeah, with two teams that have been going under lately, too, maybe rebounds is a good look. All right. Yeah, it's going to be a quick one today. Dallas Mavericks are plus 10.5 in New York, taking on the Knicks. I'm assuming AD's out.
Yeah.
Okay.
AD out, Exum out, Gafford out, Martin out, Lively out.
Okay. What do you think here?
Tibbs likes to play his guys. They just have not looked good without Brunson.
No, they haven't.
That's my only worry. They've won 4 of their last 10. Losses to Charlotte, San Antonio. The other losses aren't bad with Golden State, both LA teams. Golden State another time. There's some bad losses in there. Dallas has won 2 in a row. It's not much of a trip. They were just in Brooklyn, so it's just moving over, 45 minutes across New York to Madison Square Garden. So probably didn't even change hotels. Probably just a stay away from me. Cat probably nukes this game, though.
Yeah, probably.
Like, what can we get on his points prop? Let me look at that right now.
I don't
27.5.
I don't hate this Dallas starting lineup. It's just this bench is so bad.
Yeah, the bench is bad. Maybe they only go 8 deep.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's stay away from that game. And we're going to stay away from the totals today because of yesterday. But if you guys have totals questions, I do have for the members, the projections are up, but just they weren't very good yesterday. They were great on the sides, kind of low on the totals. Small sample size, I know. Atlanta, what is this line? I've seen 8. I've seen 7.5, back to 8. Atlanta's in Houston. Atlanta has been playing well as of late, though, right?
I believe so. Let me get their numbers pulled up. Let's see. So Atlanta's won 7 of their last 10.
Yeah.
They've been how many times have they been favored? 1, 2, 3, 4. They've been favored in a lot of these games. This is just a very tough matchup for them, I think. Just too many perimeter defenders from the Houston side. What do you think?
Yeah, and we should see a good Houston just had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 game winning streak snapped by the Denver Nuggets on we talked about that game. Was that Sunday night?
That was March 23rd.
Yeah, Sunday night. You got to think that they'll be eager to get back on track. If Houston had beaten Denver, maybe a sneaky Atlanta spot.
I can agree there, but off a loss, I can't do it.
Yeah.
That was also what they went on a little road trip. They had a long home stretch. They went on a 2-game road trip, and then they came back home and lost that Denver game.
Yeah, but it wasn't a real road trip, but the dreaded first game back home.
Yeah. I mean, it was Orlando, Miami, so it was all the way to Florida, so it was a little bit of a road trip. I like Houston here. I think they beat them by double digits.
I know we got burned on totals yesterday, but I got like a 10-point edge to the under here.
I just think we lay it with Houston. Leave total alone.
You think so, huh?
I think they match up well. They'll be able to defend the perimeter. Who scares you on Atlanta scoring the ball in this starting lineup? Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, Riche. Muhammad Guy or Aneki Okongwu.
Basically just Trey and Ricochet.
And they're going to have Amen Thompson and Fred VanVleet likely guarding them. Or they could put Dylan Brooks
Trey's
on.
going to smoke VanVleet. VanVleet's kind of living off
or
his
they
name
could put Dylan Brooks on the wing and put Amen Thompson on Trey Young. I think that's checkmate.
All right, well, we'll double back to this one, too. I got Houston by 7 in my projections.
They're also fighting for these top seeds in the West, so they got to keep winning games.
Yeah. That is true. All right. You know, we complained about yesterday's slate. Today's might be worse. Another double digit game. Although this time it's a double-digit road favorite. It's a double-digit road favorite, but, I mean, Memphis cares, Utah doesn't. If they're playing well, they're going to pull everybody. I don't think Markkanen's played over 30 minutes in like 5 games since he's played more than 30 minutes. So even if they're doing well, they're going to pull everybody. If you do like Utah here, I would just play the first half. And I don't want to lay 10 with this current Memphis team. Do you?
No, I don't want anything to do with this game. I mean, Jaw's out, so you're getting Scottie Pippen at the point, Bane, Wells, Aldama, Jaren Jackson. They should dominate this team, and I don't want to lay 10.5, and I'm not betting the Jazz, so it's a
how does a team on a 3-game losing streak, and I understand it was to the Kings. It's still not that good. The Kings, the Blazers, and the Clippers. Yeah. I mean, I guess quote-unquote bounce back spot, but no. My favorite and it's not going to be on there. My favorite look, however, would be just the first half for the Jazz. And that way you don't want everybody. But this line is too high.
I just rather not get involved with this game.
Yeah, all right. Better point. Good point. All right. Oh, man. Okay, wait. Hold on. So this line went down. The Thunder were
actually there might be one way I might want to get a little invested in this game.
In what, Grizzlies?
No, it'd be a prop. It'd be what is Edey's rebound set at? Because this could be a matchup where this is going to be him versus Kessler. We know Kessler doesn't want to go outside, so they could both just hang out in the paint and just battle for rebounds.
And their pace is hella high, so there should be a lot available.
His number's 7.5. You're getting plus 120 on that. I don't hate that at all. His 10 plus is plus 250. 12 plus is plus 560. And if you want to go all the way up to 14, it's 12-1. I think it's going to be a big rebounding game for him.
All right, fair enough. All right. Why did the Kings take money? Someone had to be ruled out because nobody's looking at this Kings team and says, I want to back them.
I see.
Oh, because Chet hit the injury report, right?
And so did Jalen Williams.
Okay.
They probably still get smoked. This OKC team is so deep. They have like
this OKC are past. Their bench is better than our starters.
Yeah, and you're not even laying double digits yet. Give me OKC.
All right, we'll talk about it if we want to make that one official. I don't know. What do I have?
You want an ugly money line parlay that comes out at plus 160?
Yeah, let's hear
it. OKC, Houston, Orlando. Who burns you? Who loses outright?
Houston.
I think it's Orlando. I think Orlando. If you get through the first game, I think you're golden. I don't think Houston
I can't see Charlotte rising up and beating them.
I think
I'm more worried. I think Atlanta's playing pretty well right now.
I think Houston's going to bounce back big right there.
Yeah. I don't hate that. I thought when you said that, I thought it was going to be uglier. All right, Tyler.
I mean, just to go back for a split second, like the teams Atlanta's beat up on in this 10-game stretch, they beat Indiana twice. They beat Philadelphia twice.
Trash.
They beat Charlotte twice.
Trash.
And they snuck in a win against Golden State, and that's it.
So 2 good wins.
But is Indiana anywhere?
Indiana's good.
Are they anywhere near Houston? I think if they played in a series, Houston would be favored, and Houston would
I mean, they're
probably
like the exact opposite teams.
I think Houston
Could
could
two
lock
teams
them
be
down.
more opposite? Indiana just runs and scores. Houston just grinds and gets stops.
Yeah, but I think Houston would be able to lock down on them. Tari Eason on Siakam, Thompson
to
on
be honest,
Brown.
I'm surprised that Indiana's so good.
They could also just be a regular season merchant where running up and down the floor.
They made the Eastern Conference Finals last year.
I mean, let's talk about their pathway. Like you beat
Their
Milwaukee.
first round's always easy, and then they beat the Knicks.
No, they beat Milwaukee after Giannis was rolled out for the entire series. Like, okay, you beat Dame. Like there was you should win once Giannis goes down. They would have lost that Knicks series if the Knicks didn't fall apart injury wise. Brunson was hurt. OG went down. Like they were beat up. So that I think they.
Do you think that one's worse than the Atlanta Hawks Eastern Conference Finals?
100%. Because the Hawks at least beat like Philly when they beat Philly. Philly wasn't hurt. Philly just choked. Like Embiid, Ben Simmons, and all those guys were out there.
Yeah, I just think they're so overrated. All right. This is the last game that I wanted to take points with Tyler, but everybody else beat me to it. And I'm surprised because Cleveland got everybody ruled in, right? You're on mute.
No, Mitchell's out.
So is that why this line moved to 6.5?
Yeah, no Donovan Mitchell tonight. Lineup's projected to be Garland, Strus, Okoro, Mobley, Allen.
Do you think this is interesting? The Trailblazers hosted the Boston Celtics on Sunday. Same exact line. Do you think that Boston and Cleveland are equal?
Add in the road trip, add in missing Donovan Mitchell. I mean, I don't know who all sat that Boston game either. You know they didn't play the whole game.
Jaylen Brown sat and maybe Horford. I don't know.
Okay, so you were missing your
Jaylen Brown sat.
You're missing your two and one of your bigs, and Cleveland's missing their best player.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. That's a tough question, especially at this point in the NBA, because who knows who's sat.
No, I just think that's interesting. That to me, the books are saying that these teams, Cleveland minus Donovan Mitchell is the same team as Boston minus Jaylen Brown, and I don't know if I agree with that. I think Boston's better.
Yeah, but it's also one of the things was Boston off a back-to-back? Like, there's different things that could have factored into that line.
I do not think they were, but that's a good point.
But
okay, so my point is, I kind of want to take the Blazers here.
I think we just leave both sides alone and just click Evan Mobley double at plus 105. Donovan Clingan and Denny Avdija are the projected power forwards and centers in this matchup. Ayton's out. Time Lord's already out. Grant might not play. There ain't going to be a big to keep these guys off the floor. Both of Allen and Mobley are getting double-digit rebounds in this game. I might bet them both double-double.
Okay. All right. Well, it doesn't sound like we came to a lot of agreement here. I think the closest we got was Warriors.
Yeah.
Maybe some Magic. I like the Spurs. You didn't like that one. I liked the Blazers. You didn't like that one. We both kind of agreed on the Thunder. So the ones that I was expecting to be on before the show, Tyler, were Spurs, Blazers, and Warriors. What do you think what do you want to do after we've talked about all these what do you want our plays to be?
I think we should play the Warriors for sure. And then I don't hate either of Houston or OKC. I know you didn't mention them, but I think they both won by double digits.
Why don't we on that parlay earlier, why don't we do Warriors and take out the Magic? It'll be the same number.
We could do that. My only worry, though, is like if I could see Miami getting up for this game, like I would much rather have the Magic in there.
Really?
Yeah, because what does Miami have to play for the rest of the season? Like, this might be their little regular season championship game. Let's go out there and show him we didn't need him. Let's beat him on his new team.
I mean, they had plenty of opportunities to show that they didn't need him when he got traded, and they lost 9 in a row.
Yeah.
10 in a row. And then they beat Charlotte. We just talked about how trash they are.
Yeah, so why wouldn't we want to just fade Charlotte in the parlay? Why would we want to get off of that?
Because we can fade Miami in the parlay with a 10 times better team that's going to be motivated.
I think Orlando could sleepwalk to a win against Charlotte.
All right. Boy, lots of debate here for the show. So I guess we're not going to have an official show play. We'll each give our favorite one.
That's fine.
All right. Your favorite play of the day.
Just give me Evan Mobley double-double.
Okay. Tyler, I'm going to go against you, and I'm going to take the Spurs. Plus 10.5. Yeah. So I just think that's too many points. So, all right, there you have it for us. Guys, I apologize about being late. Yesterday I came on this show, and I said things are finally slowing down, and they're not. Because I was at the dealership today, and I might have to go back again tomorrow. I drove home with no car radio, so I have to go back at some point. So we're going to be in flux with times, but we're going to be here. So right now we're planning for 4 p.m. tomorrow. However, we might have to switch it again, depending on what's going on. But I promise you, we're going to do the work every day. For the Nuke the House members, the projections are going to be up every day. And just the time might be in flux until I finally get settled in. But it's great to be back. Let's check the chat real quick. Fathead wants to know if Curry's playing. Officially, game time decision, but I think he's going to play. J-Main says LaMelo over 23.5. I didn't look into that much, but we both like this one a little bit more, right?
Yeah, I like that one.
I mean, I'm not against your LaMelo play, but I'm just saying Mobley's a little one that we looked into a little more, and I think that's a great matchup. So we will see how this goes. Good to see everybody. Don P's in here. I just said what's up to Fathead as well. My guy, Mark Lewis. Good to see you. Good to see you, Clyde. I think I went under 15, bro. You just got to take the Starlink. I just got to hit that satellite, and we're good to go. Right now, we are planning on being at 1 p.m. Eastern, but it's a fluid situation till I get dialed in. Tyler, final words before we get out of here.
Yeah, I don't hate even doing a ladder on that. I see Mobley still at 19.5. Mm-hmm. I don't hate going up 25 or even 30. Like, this is a great matchup for him. He's going to clean up on the offensive glass. You're getting great numbers on those. Could be a huge game for Mobley here.
Yeah, and if I'm Cleveland, why would I attack the okay perimeter defense of Portland when I can attack their weak interior defense? So
yeah, I think they go interior, feed the big guys, let them work it out to the 3-point shooters. Yeah, it's going to be a big Mobley game.
Sounds good. All right, guys, we'll be back tomorrow. Nuke the House.